November of 2001 was when we saw and touched for the very first time a console system from Microsoft. In its early years, it was seen as a sort of spiritual successor of the Dreamcast, cause many of Sega's franchises lived on in the Xbox. By the time the Xbox was out, the Dreamcast had already been discontinued, and Peter Moore, by then president of Sega of America, has been labeled as the Dreamcast killer, cause he was the one that pulled the plug on the console's manufacturing. The fact is that afterwards, by 2003, he was hired by Microsoft to work on the next-gen's Xbox. So the early years of the Xbox were like a song for the Dreamcast. Sega chairman Isao Okawa visited Bill Gates several times trying to convince him to add Dreamcast compatibility into the Xbox, and by doing that, Dreamcast customers would certainly migrate to Microsoft's console. It would have been a win-win situation for both Sega and Microsoft, but Mr. Gates declined Okawa's proposal. The DirectX box, as it was known, offered out of the box an integrated Ethernet port and was the first console ever to feature a built-in hard drive for save games and other stuff that users could download directly from the Xbox Live online service that would come a year later in November of 2002. Also, safety features must be highlighted, like this breakaway cable that prevented the console from being pulled off, causing all sorts of damage. The system was conceived by a team of 4 engineers in their own free time, trying to create a PC-based console that could rival the next generation systems that would arrive soon. They ended up presenting their idea to Microsoft's CEO, and well, the rest is history. The Xbox was born. Coding for this new system was really easy for developers. As said, the system was basically a high-end PC, based in the Windows kernel and obviously DirectX technology. The Duke was the original controller for the Xbox, inspired on the design of the one from the Dreamcast. At least for its A, B, X, Y buttons, respective colors, triggers and expansion slots. Later, the official controller for the Xbox became the Model S, the one that was bundled in Japan right from the beginning. And every time I look at my Xbox or Xbox 360 controllers, the Dreamcast comes in mind. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was the first man/client on Earth to own an Xbox, and the system sold out quickly after its American launch. 24 million consoles were sold, 16 million of them in US soil only. Feel free to post below your own favorites for this amazing system. I'm always looking for new games that I've never heard of, and you guys have been such a huge help in showing me some amazing gems that practically no one talks about.